Dr. Irene Rutherford, an archaeology professor, travels to Egypt with her student to uncover an unexplored tomb. But beneath the sand, something ancient awakens. After discovering a cracked funerary mask, Irene begins to experience something strange. As the excavation deepens, so do the dreams. You came back. You came back. What is going on? Irene sat at the edge of the breakfast table outside Layla's villa. Daniel approached, plate in hand, taking a seat beside her. You didn't sleep. I woke up tired. Layla joined them moments later, setting down a small basket of bread. You look like someone walked over your grave, Professor. Maybe they did. I wouldn't blame them for leaving. Must have been the sandstorm. Weird weather tends to scramble dreams. I don't think I'd dream. Her eyes flicked to the mark on Irene's wrist. Storms don't leave marks. Irene traced her thumb along the inside of her wrist, where faint golden markings shimmered like old scars in the morning light. Are you all right? Fine. Must have been that strange pendant that woman gave me. But no matter how much Irene tried to wash it off, the gold markings remained. Great. Just great. Layla's superstitions creeping into my reality. Curses, spirits, nonsense. It's probably just some chemical reaction. Some pigment or residue that won't wash off. That's all. No magic. No ghost. Get a grip, Irene. As Roger always said, fear feeds off the darkness. Don't give it the satisfaction. Easier said than done. Later that afternoon, Irene and the team returned to the site to pick up any other remnants. But for some reason, she couldn't seem to focus. She wandered beyond the tents, where the dunes met rock. Nestled between the stones were golden lilies, their hue unlike anything native to modern Egypt. Layla arrived moments later, halting mid-step when she saw the flowers. By the gods, These are circuit lilies. They were set to bloom only for queens of death, extinct since all of Akenka. You're sure they're extinct? I studied them for years. They haven't bloomed in 2 millennia. Wow, this excavation is turning out pretty well so far. Sometimes, things not dead. Just wait, quietly. Layla shot Daniel a worried look. It's not just the lilies. There's something off about her. Probably just the pressure getting to her. Heat and exhaustion do strange things. Lately, Layla had been noticing little things about Irene that didn't sit right. Her eyes sometimes seemed to catch the light in a strange way, like they glowed just a bit. She'd hear Irene whispering words she didn't understand, and noticed how she kept pacing near the shadows, like something was calling her. It all reminded Layla of the old stories her grandma used to warn. Feeling restless herself, Layla wandered the quiet house. When she got near Irene's door, she suddenly stopped. Irene was whispering. Layla crept closer. Irene lay motionless in bed. Irene lay motionless in bed, eyes closed. Murmuring flawless ancient Egyptian. Startled, Layla rushed to Daniel's room and knocked sharply. Get up. What? She's speaking the language of the tombs, like she's channeling something. They hurried back. Irene was silent again, peacefully asleep. The mask was locked away, untouched. Sleep talking. Maybe it's subconscious recall. This can't be that. She's a scientist, rational. We all are. Don't spiral, Layla. He left her standing in the hall as he returned to bed. But something about Irene seemed undeniably wrong to Daniel as well. The next morning, a restless Daniel made the long trip into Luxor to dig through dusty temple records stored in a forgotten archive. He moved past brittle papyri and cracked clay tablets. Until one faded scroll caught his eye. He unfurled it carefully. In the time when gods walked alongside mortals, Pharaoh Akenka, ruler of the moon, fell in love with Amara, high priestess. When Akenka fell ill and died young, Amara refused to live without him. She gave herself willingly to the tomb, a ritual unlike any before. She was to be sealed beside him, their souls merged in eternal slumber. But something failed. As the mask was placed upon her face, it cracked. The enchantment fractured, her soul severed. trapped in time. His bound to earth. His bound to earth. Daniel returned to the excavation site, searching for Irene, desperately wanting to tell her about the legend. Had they found the very mask that had been lost for so long? Reaching the site, Daniel found Irene's tent empty. Walking around, he soon spotted her far off in the distance. Irene stood barefoot in the sand facing the desert beyond. Irene? You're sleepwalking again? Around her neck gleamed a gold collar, once recovered from the tomb, something she should never be wearing. Her arms were limp at its side, her eyes fixed on nothing. She didn't turn. I never sleep. I'm just waiting. For what? For the door to open. Do you hear it? The sand? It remembers. You're scaring me. Go back inside, please. But Irene didn't move. All of a sudden, the rain began to pour. As the drops of water hit Irene, there was a sudden change in her. She looked at Daniel confused. Are you okay? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be strange. You scared me. I scare myself. You know, I didn't come to Egypt for bones. Everyone thinks I did. But the moment I touched this land, I came to remember who I was. You talk like you've been here before. Maybe I have. The next morning, Layla joined Daniel beneath the shade, flipping through old scrolls while sipping bitter coffee. You ever hear the legend of the twin coffins? Daniel shook his head. It's one of the older myths, not popular, too morbid. There were once two lovers, a priestess of Anubis and a cursed king, his soul bound to the underworld. When he died, she demanded they bury her beside him. Their coffins were carved from the same stone. Some versions say the gods placed a curse on them that they would perish if they touched, but if they make it to their afterlife, they would reunite. In more theatrical versions, one of them tries to touch the other. The moment they touch, sand pours from the sky, swallowing cities. The Nile boils, lovers cry out, and time stops. So the touch is destruction? Or rebirth, depending on who completes the ritual. You think Pharaoh Akenka and his lover were trying to complete this ritual? You spoke my mind. That evening, a sudden gust of hot wind whipped across the site. Irene collapsed near the tent entrance. You need to get some rest. The heat can be dangerous here. On Layla's insistence, they packed up and returned to the villa. But that night, Irene was restless in bed. Sometime in the middle of the night, Daniel and Layla woke up hearing a noise out in the backyard. What is that? Why is the back door open? Why is the back door open? Strong wind swept into the house. There's another storm tonight. Daniel immediately went to inform Irene, but her room was empty. Where is she? I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Frantic, Daniel sprinted toward the tomb in the heavy winds. Where is she going? Daniel followed Irene into what was supposed to be a dead end. But to his shock, Irene stood by the wall underground. Putting her hands to it, she pushed, and a hidden root disclosed itself. It was the hidden burial chamber. The chamber of Pharaoh Kenka. Inside, Irene stood at the altar. I remember you. Daniel froze. Who is she talking to? Irene stared at the shadows forming into the figure of Pharaoh. Irene! She turned slowly. Her eyes were not hers. They shimmered gold, like molten sun. Her voice echoed with two tones, hers and another's. Irene isn't here anymore.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.